Hi, Steve Scagebrook again. Now you might have noticed in virtually all my blogs that I do these days that I use Blogsy for writing my blog up almost on a daily basis. So some days I'm writing 3, 4, 5 I'm stacking them up. So what I thought is just to show you the process that I use and the various other programs that I like to use with Blogsy that produce the construction CPT weblog. So first thing is obviously Blogsy is an iPad product, and I'm using an iPhone at the moment to try and capture the screen. I have tried to do it on the actual Mac that I've got in the background, as you can hear it clicking away, and for some reason I just can't make it work. So rather than muck around and waste time, I've gone back to the old school and used a nice little tripod that I've got with a very good holder that I bought from Canada that holds my iPhone 4 in place, and I've got it viewing the screen, as you can see, hands in the way. So let's go straight in, and obviously Blogsy is there and it loads up straight away. Now you can see on the right hand side down here that I've got a series of icons which are the main source of external information, and the screen itself is obviously the little icon on the left there brings up the dialog box where I can actually choose where I'm sending it, and if I just tap that down you can see all the different blogs that I've got and keep a copy of. I can also then set the publishing date, and it's set to automatic at the moment, but I can push those through to virtually anywhere in the future that I want. And often if I'm going away on a trip I'll stack up maybe 2 weeks worth if I can. And then there is the status, well, it's published, categories. I only use one category now. Had a long conversation with John Pickup a long time ago where we decided that too many categories was a bad idea. You only have one folder, which is that one, and as you can see when you tap it, it brings them up. Generally I just put one in there and it brings it up for me. And the tags, many tags as you like. I'm a big tag person. I love tags. I think they're very, very important to the future. So tag what you can, and as soon as you've done it, you press done. Now sometimes I'm sitting there and I've written an article. Sometimes you just want to bring the one that you've already done and post it up as a post-dated one. You think, no, I can do better than that. Let's go back and redo that. So what you need to do is to press the naught. Now, there's a list of all my weblogs, as you can see there. And if I press that one there, you'll see it brings all the online posts. Now, I've got one scheduled for later on this afternoon, but there's all the others. So I could actually bring that one up if I wanted to, and that's a little snip of the one we've got this afternoon. But I want to make a new one, so let's press the plus button, and I want to do a new post. As you can see, there's a couple of untitled ones which I did only a couple of days ago when I was mucking around trying to get an article together and just left it. But I've left them on. I don't want to get rid of them. So I can either press edit to edit the one I've already done, or I can press a new post, and a new post comes up completely. Then you need to just title it, and I always use the title Architectural Technologist space, and then whatever the title is. I can't spell technologist, but if you can't, like me, whoops, let's just tap that again. And then put technologist in, and it redoes it for you. So I've got a title in, and you just press down there and you can see where we're supposed to type, and you can just type in whatever you like, a little bit of or whatever you like, just to get something in there. Oh, it's a lovely way to type this. Oh, great. So now I want to try and put something in. Now if you look down the bottom left hand side here, you can get down and get rid of the keyboard, and you'll see I've got my current photographs within the system, Flickr, Picasa and YouTube as being the three that I predominantly use to bring items in. Now for bringing in stuff that I've already picked up. There's my camera roll, and there's my photo slides, and there's a couple of others, my son and my daughter-in-law, and my little girl Stevie Ann and Lacey Jean, my 2 grandchildren. So what else I've got here? Well, I've got Flickr I can bring in. Now Flickr is the main site as far as I'm concerned. It's not only where I share a lot of photographs with the outside world, but it's also my store for picking up. And Flickr is so easy to just put stuff up through the Mac and then pull it in. And you do that by looking at my photo stream. And there's the photo stream, and there's the drainage strip I was talking about yesterday. There's a good picture of not only an oak tree but perspective. And then there's the cladding that I did earlier on in a different article. Now what we need to do is to bring one of these in, and I'm going to choose this one, vertical timber cladding. Really nice photograph on a barn from the Isles of Scilly. And you just bring it in and just drop it. Now leave it to just settle down, because Blogsy does need to do some sorting out. But once it's done it, it leaves it in the centre like this. Double tap it and then tell it to go and put it up the top right hand side. And if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll see a bar down here. Now you can, as you can see, I've got the proportions locked, but if you did took that off, you can then muck around with it and move it around. I just like to use the slide bar and just bring it down, often to about the 60%, which is where I like to see it. Tap outside and you're done. The other two are Picasa. I have been using Picasa an awful lot. It's a great way to share stuff up onto Google Plus. And I quite like it. I must admit I use it as my other repository. Not as much as I do with Flickr, but it is there. And then again you can just pick up the photographs and just drag them in exactly the same way. Nice picture of a bench down there. Now, the other one that I quite like to use, and I've just moved the camera, is YouTube. And YouTube is one that I quite like using, purely because it's the easiest and best way to bring items in. I've copied, often as not, I've copied in the code for YouTube for sharing as an iframe, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but this always works. So go up onto, say, My Uploads, which is the one that I've got, and there's one I did recently, yesterday I think it was, about using the Framer tool in Vectorworks, and just drag it in, drop it, leave it alone, and let it sort itself out, and it's done. Again, if you double tap on it, you can alter it around and make it bigger a little, or even just reduce it down a little bit and make it smaller. So there you go. That's my use of Blogsy. I write offline, I write online. It's where I do most of my blog work. It's the easiest and best program. I can't think when the last time that I actually used my Mac to write within WordPress a new blog. Simply because Blogsy is so easy and quick to use. There are constant updates where they improve little bits and pieces. I can't think of a bug that I've told them about for ages and ages. It's that good. And there are there are loads of very good video tutorials on YouTube on the best way to use it. This is just my take on it, and it's the way that I use Blogsy to write. Very easy, very efficient, and very quick to do. Hope that's okay with you. Toodaloo.